During this video, we're going to look at something that I've probably been using for over 3 decades. That's 30 years for some of you out there. It's something I've been using since, wow, when I was working on the cars, working around the house for my day job, and then I started using it for my case mods. It's been a tremendous help for all these little projects and even larger projects. So what we're going to be looking at is something new from Dremel. It's the 8100 Cordless Rotary Tool. Well, I'm pretty excited about this one because I've never used a cordless Dremel. And yeah, I know, right? I mean, it made some in the past. It made some engravers and you've done some other ones, but I've never used a cordless one. I've always used one that had cords. I've used different types, speeds and sizes and all kinds of attachments onto it, but never this. So I want to really match it up against the corded ones that I have out there. Now, I don't expect it to be 100% like it, but if I can get into those fine areas or work somewhere where there's no cord that I have to drag around or kind of figure out how to hang up, I can find that to be a huge plus, especially when working in small areas like the cases that we do. We can go in and really kind of cut in those areas. So like I said, we're going to jump out of the box, look at all the accessories, and then after this, we're going to jump out into the workshop. So as you see, this is the retail boxing that you get when you go to the store to buy it. So it's actually, you know, it comes in a kit, but they had to put some type of theft device around it. So it's a cardboard box, so you can't get in there and take the little pieces out and stuff. So I'm pretty excited. I'm going to go ahead and rip this thing open. So like I said, it comes with a nice carrying case, storage case, really heavy duty plastics, got some latches on the front, pop that open, top comes open, nice. So I know most people take these and you're just gonna throw them away. Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to every once in a while kind of read these things, especially if this is the first time that you're ever using this particular kind of a tool. It does show you some insights like, you know, there is a proper way of holding a Dremel. Did you know that? I bet you didn't. We'll show you that. But it's good to read this stuff and see how things go. So the first thing I noticed right off the bat is the charger. So kind of like if you have a cordless drill or maybe a cordless screwdriver, looks like it's about the same setup. Looks like it's actually about the same size of maybe those 18-volt, the small 18-volt drills that they have. Looks very nice. It's got indicators, tells you when it's fully charged, when it's charging. So we'll have to try that later. Bag of accessories. Now what's cool about the accessories, okay, is that these accessories and the other accessories that I have outside all work together. So you don't have to go out and, oh, I've got a cordless one, now I've got to go buy a whole different set of accessories. No, you don't have to do that. Thank you, Dremel. All right, here it is. Actually, you know what? From about the size and what I can tell a little bit is that it just about feels like the one that I have out in my workshop now. It does feel a little more taller, a little more flatter. That's the only thing I feel kind of different about it right now, which is really great. It does have you can take the collar off and screw off and put attachments on here as well. Great. So far it really looks pretty much like the one I have outside, except it does have the battery. Easily comes out, goes in, you know what, and it doesn't throw the weight off. I was kind of expecting it, truthfully, to kind of tilt back or maybe be a little heavy, but it's not. Yeah, I like that. I'm really quite surprised by that. And let's see if this thing is charged. Right out of the box, it's charged. Now, did you hear that? Okay, so right here, you get your on-off switch, but it's also variable speed. Well, why would it need variable speed? Be amazed how many times you can really use a variable speed. Let's say you can have an engraver tip on there and you want to go slow, right? And you can go very slowly into something and actually engrave it and take small pieces out. Or you're trying to polish something, or you're trying to cut something. You don't need to have, full blast going. I will tell you, even my corded one is variable speed, and I will not buy anything that is not variable speed. I use that feature so much, and it's just great to have. All right, so we got a locking button here on the front. So what that does is you push this button and you lock where the bit area is. So you can take off the collar, you can put your tool in, and then you can tighten it back down. So remember I told you that there is a particular way that you do hold a Dremel. So like with this one, make sure that you have your variable speed on the top. That way what's kind of cool is like while you're using it, you can also adjust the speed if you like. Now on the side you have air vents. You have air in and you have air out. So you don't want to put your hand over those vents, okay? Because what's going to happen, you're going to overheat it, it's going to burn up the engine. So what you want to do is you kind of want to hold it like a pen. Kind of hold it by the tip. If you're going to be using small detail work, or you're going to be using it to engraving, things like that, you can use it. Because actually I'm really amazed by the weight. I am. And the balance of it. It's really quite easy, quite maneuverable that way. If you're going to be doing some heavy duty cutting, or you're going to be doing some sanding or roughing, or you're going to be using some of the metal cutting bits, then you can grab it down towards the base of the shaft, a thicker part, because you have a nice padded area here. And again, you can have your thumb right on to adjust the speed. So up close, tight work, down where the collar is, down where the point is, just like kind of writing with a pen. Everything else, heavier work, grab towards the back, make sure you're not grabbing around where the fins are at, and off you go. So what comes with this, right? So what I'm looking at here is what comes with basically every Dremel that I've ever gotten. And I've only had a couple, to tell you the truth. I've done some stupid things. I burnt one up myself. Stupid thing. Yes, guess what I was kind of doing. Not gonna go there. Not gonna go there. But you get, I think one of the most helpful things that I use as well is you get these little, I call them sanding barrels. So they're a sanding disc that's shaped in a circle. They're made pretty rugged, heavy duty cardboard on the inside, and they actually go onto this collar that has a rubber piece on the inside of it, and you're able to switch them out. So when you tighten the screw down, this little rubber piece on the inside expands out and tightens down onto the sanding barrel. Also with the sanding barrels, you can get different types of grits with them. So you can get heavy and medium, and you can get light. So depending on what you're trying to either shave away, or what you're trying to shape, or what you're trying to finish with, you can use these and do that fine detailed job. Nice of those, so you get different types of those. And they're not that expensive too. You can buy them in a package, pretty cheap. But it comes with, what it looks like it comes with right now, be nine different total ones. Also what you get is you get this little spinning wheel. What this does is you can, it's just a way to clean up the edges and stuff of things. So it's more like a bristle brush on the side, so you can clean up and get into those cracks. So like if there was dirt or something in here, or something that you wanted to kind of clean up, you could use that to brush it all away. So of course you also get some stuff that you can use with metal. So you've got two different types here. So you've got one that's kind of a bullet shape, I'll call it. So you can kind of smooth it and you can get a little more deeper into the detail there. This one's kind of flat for bigger pieces. Say like you have a bigger flat piece that you want to do and make sure it is kind of flat. And you can keep it edge nice and flat by doing that. This other one would be more for like maybe shaping something or getting into an area. Again, they have all different types of these. So they have ones that are really narrow, kind of long, some that are bigger, that are fat, some are for better metals, like steel or mild steel, wood, stuff like that. speaking of which, I found the other one. See, now this one's really, really small. So it would be for those really fine detailed areas and those really fine areas that you want to detail out on the metal or try and smooth out. So you get 3 of those that come with it. You get, and a lot of people, I think a lot of people don't understand what this one is. So this one, it looks like, well, part of a screw. It's like, it's got threads on it and stuff, and yeah, okay, it goes over there, don't know what it is. No. So let's say you have a plexiglass or you have something you want to polish up, right? That's why these little wheels are here. These are buffing wheels. Yeah, that's what they are. They're buffing wheels. So you screw that onto it. You get a little rube, right? I'll even put it in here. All right. So you slide it in there. Tighten it down. You got a little bit of rube. So while you've got this thing running, you load it up a little bit. And what the roux is polishing compound. And if you wanted to polish the edge of, let's say, a piece of glass or some plastic, you would take that, go along the edge, and polish it. Now you know what it's for. Finally, at last, you want to be cutting metal. Like if you want to do mild steel, some aluminum, brass, other pieces, such not. They also include some, looks like some rotary discs for cutting. I do like these if they come in. They're not that bad. Truthfully, I like the ones, and I always upgrade to the ones that are fiberglass reinforced. They cost a little bit more money, but they last a lot longer. And I think you get a little bit of a better cut out of it. Just personally is what I think. So same thing, put this in. Get the piece in. You've got your disc, and in the middle there's a hole with the disc, and there's a screw that goes through that and back in. Hold that. It starts tightening it up. Last but not least, you do get a little tool. So you get a little tool that has a screwdriver on one end, and then it's a wrench on the other end. That way you can tighten up the collar piece here, and then you can also tighten up any piece that you put together. That's how you would change out the barrels for the sanding discs. And there you go. You've got your cutting discs. So we made it out into my shop, and what we're going to do is basically just demonstrate what the Dremel can do. So I'm going to show you what the 8100 is, and then I'll show you what the one that I have, and we'll kind of compare the two. Of course, like I said, the other one I have is corded, so I'm expecting a little bit better performance out of that one on cutting and stuff, and I'm expecting the 8100 to be very good for mid, maybe a little bit higher mid stuff. So things that you're going to be doing, such as maybe cutting into a bolt or a screw, doing some carving, or just, you know, shaving of some wood and some minor stuff. But we're going to put that to the test, and we're going to see how it really does. So I've already charged up the battery. Charge it up all night. Actually, it's only supposed to take about 1 hour, but I let it charge all night, so I'll make sure that we have a full charge on that one. And then we're just going to dive into this. What we're going to do is I have some wood, scrap pieces of wood, some thin sheet metal here. I have a piece of aluminum that I do have here as well, and then I've got a thicker piece of steel that I normally cut for my cases and stuff. So we're going to test it on all 3 of this stuff. We're going to go vice versa, you know. hope that you liked what we showed you about the Dremel 8100 cordless tool. I really do like it. I like the lightness of it. It's very, very light. The portability of it, be able to take it anywhere that you need to. This will be going into my toolbox. So when I go and work on case mods like in different states or even sometimes out of the country, this can go with me. It's going to be portable, easy to use. I can plug it in, charge it up real quick again. I mean, I highly recommend it. Even for a first-time modder, if you don't want to go out and spend a little bit more money, this is in the $80, maybe $90 range. Very, very good for that. Like I said, can get inside of case mods and on the outside and make those little cuts. I do recommend the Dremel 8100 cordless rotary tool. I enjoyed using it, and I think it would be a good fit for you. If you have any questions or have any comments, please put it in the section down below. Also, make sure you go and check out other videos. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.